guys, it's Katie. Hello. Let me turn on this light. I feel like it's got a little bit better. Hi guys, it's Katie. Oh my goodness, you guys. I already tried filming a video today. It was a 45-minute video, which probably some of y'all are like, well, thank God that's not getting up because that's too long of a video. Some of you might be like, oh, that's annoying because we love content. I'm one of those people. I love long videos. I find more content, the better. And it was an episodes video, so that's, in my opinion, even more disappointing because I love watching episode YouTube videos. And I thought it was actually a really funny video. Like, I thought it was just, there was this part where the freaking character threw a bagel at her boyfriend. Like, it was so funny. But I was a dum-dum, and when it was time to end the video, instead of pulling down, you know, on your phone, you pull down the bar and you stop the screen record. Instead of doing that, I accidentally just clicked my phone off, and in doing so, it lost all of my screen recording. So, look what happens. We make one mistake, and it broke me though. Well, it didn't, but I was mad. But I was also like, I don't know, I feel like I'm okay with it not being up. Like, I feel like that was the only one funny part. I felt like I was speaking too fast in the video and just yada yada yada. I thought there was a lot that was like, oh, I thought there was a lot that it was fine, where I was okay with the video not getting up because there's like others. Yeah, I overanalyzed my videos, so I was like, whatever, it's fine, it's okay. Anyways, so since I've been wanting to make a part 2 to both my episodes video, which now I can't do anymore. If I'm gonna do it, I have to start a new story because episodes is frustrating, and now, like, you know, once you get to a part in episodes, you can't go back, you know, so now I'd have to start a new story, which I don't mind. So if you guys want that, please let me know. I love making episodes video. I find it really funny. Yeah, and it's also probably more fun for you guys because there's something to watch, you know, like, you know, I usually put it on the screen, like, you know, on the screen, so it's probably more entertaining because there's something also to watch while you see me. Yeah, so just let me know if you guys want me to start like a new story with episodes or anything like that. But along with wanting to make a part 2 to my episode series, I also wanted to make a part 2 to my Wattpad series, and I've been wanting to do this for a while. And I was just sitting on the couch, like, I was like, what, like, you know, I'd already understood the video's not gonna, like, you know, the episode's video is not gonna get up. And, you know, I was having like a whole moment of like, whatever. And so I was just sitting there, I was watching Bloom do episodes videos, and I was just sitting there, and just the thought, I was clearing out tabs on my laptop, and I was like, I still have, because of him, the story I started up my Wattpad series, I still have it on my desktop because I wanted to make sure for when I filmed the part 2, it was right there, and I knew, I didn't get mixed up on what story it was just sitting right there, so I'd easily know what the story I began reading was. And I just sat there, and I was like, you know what, you should get off your butt, Katie, and go film a second part to your Wattpad series video. Because, you know, unfortunately, you know, we had the disaster with the episodes, but at least we can get something up today. And I remember enjoying this story, so I really do actually want to see what happens. I just feel a little bit bad for you guys because I feel like episodes is more fun because it's like more like you get to watch it as well and whatnot. But I love Wattpad. I love it more than episodes because episodes has that annoying thing we have to like pay for everything. But I think Wattpad's starting to do that too, so I don't know, but I still think there's free stories on it, so we'll see. I just wish every app would stop making you pay for everything on the app. Anyways, let's do it. Okay, so I still have it up with the first chapter. I need to continue reading next part. I clicked it. Why is it? Okay. Oh, sorry, you guys can't. Wait, I'll show you. Okay. He's attractive. Ooh. Okay. Love that. Also, shout out to John. I'm filming in your room. It's not like he knows, and it's not like he watches these videos. But thanks for having an empty room with a pretty, you know, nothings in the background. So it looks like I'm in a horror movie, but it's better than like a messy background. It's better than nothing. You know what I mean? Yeah. And also, like, Spider-Man's over there. Like, all the rest of this room is like John. Like, there's posters, there's his G Fuel, there's like, you know, there's all kinds of John stuff that's all over the other side of the room. Besides his name being right there, there's really nothing that makes his room look like I'm filming in my brother's room. You know what I mean? It's a neutral background. That's what I'm trying to get at. Yeah. So, let's just get into the video. I was just trying to say thanks, John, for letting me use your room. And also with this was me trying to just scratch my hair. I'm sorry, that looked yeah. Yeah, so thanks, John, even though you have no idea I'm in your room at the moment. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm really itchy. Hello? 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 I'm filming. Shh. My mom's on the phone. Whoopsies. Okay, so we are diving into chapter 2. I'm really itchy. Anyways, we're diving into chapter 2 because of him. So let's get into it. I remember nothing of this story. I feel really bad saying that, but I remembered like nothing besides like one fact of the episode story. So it's really just how it is. Let's quickly vote on the story because I like voting for people's stories. Unless it's absolutely trash, then I don't vote. But I always vote for everyone's stories when I'm reading them, unless like it's a really bad writing. But even then, I don't really read Wattpad stories anymore. I already went over all of this in the last video I filmed for Wattpad. I just like to focus on my own stories, plus on the book I'm currently reading in real life. Not that that's not real life, but I like to, you know, sometimes it distracts me too much from the book I'm reading or from my works. So I prefer to just be writing my own stories and be reading a book in real life. I mean, be reading a book and be focused on my own stories. Anyways, so I don't really read anyone's stories anymore. Whatever. Okay, so chapter 2. The next day, I was awoken up by the annoying bleeping of my alarm clock. Huffing in annoyance, I crawled out of bed and trudged over to the closet. I threw on a t-shirt and a pair of jeans and pulled my black worn-out Converse. Oh, the Converse! I do those for my characters too. I love it. Onto my sock-clad feet. I like that. I like those word choice. Sock-clad feet. Anyways, I walked into my restroom to finish getting ready for the day. As soon as I finished brushing my teeth, I decided to leave my hair down in its natural waves and my face makeup free. You go, girl. I headed downstairs, frowning when I noticed how eerily quiet it was. Maybe Emmy left to work already, I thought to myself. I entered the kitchen and looked around to find it empty. Shrugging, I walked over to the refrigerator to grab some eggs to cook. I noticed a note taped to the door. Furrowing my eyebrows in confusion, I took the note in my hand. Lauren. Oh, so her name's Lauren. I forgot her name. Sorry. I had to go to an unexpected business trip. I won't be home until next Monday. Party time! Just kidding. In like Wattpad and like episodes stories, it's always like when someone's out of town, they have like parties. And I think that's just like TV show and like TV show and movies in general. I think just do that. I had to go on an unexpected business trip, and I won't be home until next Monday. Take care. I love you, and call me if you need anything. Love, Emmy. Who is Emmy? Is that like her older sister? I forget. I sighed, leaving a note on the counter, having lost my appetite. I grabbed my backpack and left to school. Little marky thingy that means like kind of like new scene, kind of. I don't know what that mark's supposed to be. I don't know, I've never seen that mark before. Typically it's like ... or like a star or something like that. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's appearing different on my laptop. I don't know. I was almost jumping for joy when my last morning class finally rolled by. The day felt as if it were going by excruciatingly slow, and I think it got everyone in a sour mood, even the teachers. My teacher had just finished giving us a lecture on the importance of turning in our work on time. I feel like I heard that like so much in like, I don't know, in my high school, like they like did not like late work. So you really had to like negotiate if you were going to turn something in late. Like you had to make this teacher understand why it was late. Anyways, and she got so carried away, it ended up lasting the whole period. I had a teacher, I'm not going to say his name, but I had a teacher in middle school where we would specifically like mention like something that would make him go off in a tangent that wasn't learning. So we'd spend the entire period talking about like, instead of like, I almost said the subject. Instead of what we were supposed to be learning, he'd be talking about something else. And it was so fun, like his family and stuff like that. Like it was just so fun, like getting him off on like a tangent so we wouldn't learn. Because I almost said the subject. Well, oh my gosh, it's thundering outside. It was lightning last night, now it's thundering. Ooh. Anyways, so I'm just saying that's, I don't know, I feel like that's actually kind of nice. I mean, you can, you know, like, anyways, I'm a good student, I swear. Being that she was stressed and class was almost over, she decided to postpone her lesson plan until the next day. My God, my teachers would be so stressed out if they had to do that. Like, cause like in my school, like I don't mean to keep being like my school, but I just find it funny because in my school, like my teachers always stressed out about like we needed to get through the lesson plan today, so then tomorrow we could like, you know, like it was always like every day like mattered, you know what I mean? Like, anyways, I let out a sigh of relief and slid down my seat. My brain felt like it was about to burst if anything else had to be wedged into it. Without realizing, my eyes unconsciously skidded over to where the guy from the day before I was sitting, and to my surprise, he was already looking at me. Oh, girl, I get it. Oh my God, do I have something on my face? Is my hair messed up? Does he think I'm ugly? Okay, me already just overanalyzing everything. While I was mentally freaking out, he did something completely uncalled for, something that made me feel like time stopped, something that unfortunately hadn't happened in 4 years. He smiled at me. Girl, when you said uncalled for, I thought he was like flipped you off. I thought he like gave you the finger. I thought he did something horrendous to your life. And then you tell me he smiled at you and you're acting like this was a crime. Oh my God, my heart. I felt my heart come to a stop. Was I dreaming? Oh, my sweet baby Jesus, he was smiling at me. All these different thoughts started to fill my head. I felt all sorts of emotions possible. Excitement, confusion, disbelief. The list could just go on. But it all stopped when I had a sudden flashback. I thought of how everything had all started and how the fire had been all my fault. Ooh, I forgot. She's got like a past. The thought alone never stopped haunting me, and no matter how much I didn't want to believe it, that it was my fault, it was always lingering in my mind. Hello.
What's been lingering?
I don't know, it's a story. I think a fire apparently happened when she was a child. It's actually really sad.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Wait, are you ready for Starbucks? Ugh. Storms, go away. Give me 1 sec. My knees hurt. But lingering in my mind. But I guess that was what happened when you hung out with the wrong crowd. I got into so many things I shouldn't have. I thought I could trust everyone, but I was truly, truly wrong. Unfortunately, I had to find that out the hard way. I was left with trust issues. Now I prefer being alone. I was okay with being friendless. Having shut out the world for 3 years, I lost pretty much all my social skills. I was about as social as a potato. I'm sorry, but I love when people compare things to a potato. It's so funny. Whoa, that's weird. It gives me on my laptop, it says I have 4 minutes left of this story. That's so interesting. I didn't know it does that. So how was I supposed to react to this? I didn't know if I was supposed to smile back or just ignore him. So I did what was easier. I looked away and I didn't dare look back. Do what you need to do. That makes you feel comfy, honey. That's what matters. When class finally ended, it seemed like an eternity of waiting. My face is really itchy, I'm sorry. Which seemed like an eternity of waiting. I dashed out of class. Pushing past everyone in the hallway, I rushed up to the roof of the school where I knew no one could bother me. Not that anyone would anyway. What I don't understand is like there's always like a top of school. We didn't have that. Or else it was just like there's no way for students to access it. So like in High School Musical, it's accessible, but like everything at my school is not accessible unless you were like in a club. I walked over to the edge of the roof, and even in the club you had to have like a reason. Like it had to be like the club was meeting. I walked over to the edge of the roof and sat down, bringing my knees up to my chest as I stared out at the world in front of me. The whole situation just rolled in my head like a paintbrush being dipped in water. Why did he smile anyways? You're an idiot. You know that? You didn't even smile back. My conscience nagged at me. My conscience would do that too. What if I did? I mentally argued with myself. That would show him an act of friendliness, and then he'd get the wrong idea that I wanted him to be my friend or something. And I don't want him to think that. It's been 4 years, Lauren. What if it's time to start letting people into your life again? Don't you miss that? I thought about it. I guess it wouldn't hurt to have one friend. However, before I could convince myself completely, I shook my head, ridding the thought of my mind. I just wasn't ready to open up to the world yet. Little symbol that means new scene. When I get home that evening, I was surprised and confused to see Emmy's car parked in the driveway. Wasn't she supposed to be on a business trip? I entered the house, looking around in search for my aunt. Aunt! That's who she is. Emmy, I called out. I don't know, I'm used to saying I would call my Aunt Emmy, but whatever. I think she said in the first chapter her aunt doesn't like to be called that. Like, she likes just being called Emmy. I don't know. I call, throwing my backpack on the couch. Listening to the shuffling coming from Emmy's room, I cautiously approached her door. It was wide open. As I glanced inside, I saw multiple duffel bags sprawled out on the bed. Frowning, I slowly entered her room and glanced at her closet. Almost all her clothes were gone, probably packed into the duffel bags. What? I muttered as I walked further in. Emmy, why is your clothes packed up? At the sound of my voice, she emerged from her bathroom. Her eyes were puffy, her nose was red, and she had mascara tear stains running down her cheeks. All signs hinted that she'd been crying. Uh-oh. Oh, she frantically wiped her face with the tissue in her hand. Hi, honey. Emmy, why is all your clothes packed up? I asked, again frowning in confusion. She sniffled. I got a call this morning. She glanced down at the floor as the new tears rolled down her cheeks. My brother passed away late last night, she said, her voice barely above a whisper. That's so sad. But isn't that technically her uncle? I don't know. They refused to call each other aunt, so I don't know. Anyways, my heart sank as I registered what she had just said. Another one of her siblings had died, the first being my mother. That's so sad. Emmy, I whispered as I walked over and wrapped my arms around her affectionately. Tears started to brim my own eyes. I'm so sorry. I knew how it felt to lose someone you really loved and cared about. When we pulled apart, we both wiped our eyes. I have to go back to Florida for a while to help my family out and fix some things. I don't know when I'll be back, but she sniffed. I don't want to leave you all alone here. We'll be so far away. Who's Wool? Emmy, go. I'm 18 already. I think I can handle it. I raised her with a small smile. Biting the inside of her cheek, she looked unsure of herself. Are you sure? I nodded. Positive. Little symbol thing. Oh, are you sure you'll be okay? Emmy asked, turning around to face me. Emmy, for the 10th time. I'll be fine, I stressed, handing her the last of her luggage. Okay, she said in defeat and walked up to hug me. You'll be good and safe, all right? If there's ever an emergency, call me, I finished for her, since I had been hearing the same thing over and over for the past hour. She chuckled as she pulled away. She looked at me in the eyes. Listen, I know that you've stopped opening up to people because of everything that's happened, but I want you to be happy, and you aren't right now. And it would be so nice to see you've made a friend when I come back, she said, offering me a kind smile. And although I loved my aunt and everything, I couldn't help feeling annoyed. She knew how hard it was for me, and I knew she just wanted what's best for me. But I was just not ready for this. I'll think about it, I said, sighing. She smiled, kissing my forehead in a motherly way. I love you, Lauren. I love you too, Emmy. I hugged her. This was surprisingly harder than I thought it would be. Saying goodbye was never an easy thing for me to do. She walked to her car. Once we let go of each other, she slid into the driver's seat and started the car, the engine roaring to life. She stuck her head out of the window and gave me one final wave. I waved back as she blew me kisses. When her car was finally out of view, I made my way back into the house and closed the door, leaning my back on it. Maybe it was time to start letting go of the past and start thinking about the present. After all, I did have someone in mind to start opening up to. ... Oh, that was cute. That was chapter 2, you guys. If you guys want me to continue and do chapter 3, just let me know. Oh my god, my knees hurt. I'm standing on my, yeah. Oh my goodness, I don't know if you heard that, but my knees just cracked in every way possible. That really hurt. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much, and thanks for watching. Love you. Sorry, I have to stand up at this moment. But love you guys. You're the best. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.